Today we're going to learn about the percent proportion. This is a really interesting topic, and it's a really useful topic. You need to be able to solve percent problems in your life at all times, and so there is a really handy technique and equation that's called the percent proportion. And in the percent proportion, you have two ratios. One ratio or fraction compares part of the quantity to the whole. Okay, so for example, if we were to say, let's see if I write this. Okay, if I wrote 4 out of 5 is 80%, you know that that is true. Okay, the way we would write that is 4 over 5 equals 80 over 100, right? Okay, this is the part. This is the whole. Okay, and this right here is your percent. Okay, so we're looking to create ratios where we compare the part and the whole to a percent. And we solve different problems using this. We have percent proportion problems where we're given 2 out of the 3 pieces of information. We're either given the part and the whole and no percent, or the part and the percent and no whole, or the percent in the part, or the percent in the whole and no part. And we have to solve them in different ways. Okay, so for example, let's look here and see. For example, we have, what percent of 15 is 9? Okay, let's remember a couple of things. Is equal, right? Okay, this is our percent, obviously. Okay, then we have, what percent of 15 is 9? Okay, anything after the of, okay, this is going to be our whole, and this is our part. Okay, so one way you can think about is, I'm going to write this actually here, of, okay, or I'm going to write the number, actually, let me start over. Start this part over anyway. The number after of is the whole. Okay, the number after is equals part. Okay, that helps you set this up. So now that we identified our problem, we can write our proportion. Okay, so we know that part is 9, whole is 15, it equals something over 100, n over 100. Okay, that's what we do not know. This is our unknown. Okay, now we solve it just like any other proportion that we would do using our cross products are equal. Okay, so we have 9 times 100 equals 15n. 900 equals 15n. We have to undo it by dividing both sides by 15. And we end up with our final answer, n equals 60. So the answer to the question is 9 is 60% of 15. Okay, so that's one type of problem. That's where we're trying to find the percent. Okay, now what if we need to find, let's go to the next page. What if we need to find what number is 40% of 120? This is a find the part, okay? Find the part problem. Because, okay, this is our percent. Obviously, that was the easy one. After of is our whole. And we don't have this, what number is our part. That's what's missing. Okay, so let's write out our ratio and fill in what we know. Okay, we know our percent, that's 40 over 100. We do not know our part, so that's n. Okay, and actually, you know what, let's use a p for part. That helps us, p. And our whole is 120. Okay, let's solve it using our cross products are equal. we end up with 100p equals 120 times 40, and we end up with 100p equals 4800. P equals 48. That's our answer. So 48, we could end up writing this down. 48 is 40% of 120. That's true. Okay, let's look at the next one here. 18 is 25% of what number? Okay, this is going to be a find. Okay, this is going to be find the whole. That's what's missing. Okay, so let's do that. 18 is 25% of what number? Okay, so of, that's the whole. 18 is, okay, so that's our part. And then we have our percent. So let's write out our ratio. Part is 18. Whole is missing. We'll use a W. Equals 25 over 100. Always, proportions are awesome, right? I love them. It's my favorite math thing. Okay, we get 25W equals 1800. We end up solving that. We get, we divide both sides by 25. Okay, so we're going to divide both sides by 25 to get rid of the 25s. W equals 72. So 18 is 25% of 72. Okay, and then let's do another percent problem. What percent of 25 is 30? Okay, so let's fill this in. Okay, we're missing our percent. That's our question. So we have 100. We have P. Let's do, yeah, we'll do P for percent. And we have of 25 is 30. So 30 is our part. 25 is our whole. Even though you can see that 30 is bigger than 25, that doesn't mean that it isn't still the 30 is still our part, because it says what percent of 25? 25 is our whole. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure that out. Cross products are equal. 25p equals 3,000. Divide both sides by 25, and P equals, what does P equal? Let me get my calculator out and do that, because I can't do that in my head. I probably could, but it'd just take me a little while, so I'm just going to get my calculator out, which I hope you would do too. 3,000 divided by 25 is 120. So 25 is, or I'm sorry, 30 is 120% of 25. Okay. Now, I have a resource for you that I hope that you loaded, because I want you to use it when you're, okay, it's called the percent proportion chart. And you can use this to solve any of your problems, okay? I will allow you to use it on any homework or tests. And I've filled it out for you with part, whole, and percent. So, for example, let me use my pointer here. Okay, if you are finding the percent, you put your part and your whole right here and here, and your question mark goes here. That's what's missing. If you're finding the part, your question mark goes here, and you'll fill in your whole and your percent. If you're finding the whole, you fill in your part and your percent, and your question mark goes here, and then you solve using your percent proportion. So let's just do another example. Okay, let's say, for example, that an average adult male western gorilla eats about 33.5 pounds of fruit each day. How much food does the average adult male gorilla eat each day? Well, you know that I would have a piece of information here that would tell me some of this information. Let me go ahead and, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add one more page, and then I'll come back to this. Actually, scratch that. You know what? I'm going to give you a different problem. So I hope you didn't get too attached to the gorilla, because I don't have the information to fill out the chart. So anyway, let's go back to, how about this one? 40% of what number is 26? So 40% of what number is 26? Okay, so 40% of what number? If I am asking you what of what number, that means I'm missing the whole. So I'm going to use this one down here. Okay, so 40% of one number is 26. So let's put our 40 in the percent spot. We don't know the whole, and the is 26. So 40% of what number is 26? We solve using cross products or equal. Okay, so we would end up with 2600 equals 40 question mark. If we were to divide that out, we would end up with question mark equals 65. So 40 or 26 is 40% of 65. Now hopefully you can also see that you could check your answer anytime here by seeing, is that really true? You do 0.4 times 65 and see if it equals 26, and then you know you're right. Okay, how about, let's do one with finding the part. Okay, how about what number is 5% of 60? Okay, so what number is 5% of 60? Okay, so we know we want something that's 5% of 60. This is what we don't know, so let's do cross products. Okay, we end up with 100 question mark equals 5 times 60 is 300. 300 divided by 100 question mark is going to equal 3. Okay, so 3 is 5% of 60, and that's true. All right, let's do one more. One more where we find the percent. Okay, so this time, let's go with $12.75 is what percent of 50? Okay, so 12.75 is what percent of 50? Of 50, that's our clue. $50 is our whole. $12.75 is our part, and our thing that we don't know is our percent. So let's solve it with our cross products are equal. We end up with 12.75 times 100 equals 50 question mark. Okay, I can solve that by doing 12.75 times 100 is going to equal 1,275 equals 50 question mark. Divide that by 50 and 2550 is our number that we get. So we need to add our percent sign. 25.5% is the answer we're looking for. All right, hopefully all that stuff makes sense to you. Please use this chart. I put it on my website right with the notes or with the practice so that you could load it in GoodNotes and use that for any of your problems. All right, good luck on your practice problems, and bye for now.